Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Firstly, let me introduce my group member. Our group member is consist with 5 people, which is the first one is Aini Sofia binti Muhammad Azhar, and the second one is me, Asha Syafiqah binti Arifin, and the third one is Nu Alisa Nadira binti Ahmad Rosaimi. The fourth one is Iman Tasnim binti Mat Lazim, and the last one is Fatin Shahira binti Muhammad Sobri. We will present about our record center, which is G Record Center, and our company is Google. Firstly, the introduction. The Google Record Center, also known as G Record Center, was established to solve some of the issues with record keeping that Google employees were encountering. It may seem impossible to keep up with the organization record production. Strategy for record management made our company more productive and efficient. Every piece of information held by the company must be kept for one reason or another, and the consequences of inefficient record management can be severe. Excessive time is wasted going through cluttered file cabinet at our company workplace, and which information overload and a lack of time. There is also a possibility that the official file will be misplaced, buried, or even lost. We also have inadequate record retrieval, which lead to information overload and a lack of time to look for the correct record for reference usage. The type of G Record Center is a departmental record center. We suggested establishing this record center to assist our Google company in maintaining their record because there is not enough space at our workplace to store all of the company information and other related information. We also picked the most secure methodological location for our record center. The precise location that we have chosen is in Selangor, which is a big space that is not distant enough from the city. We choose the most advantageous location for our record center so that it can operate efficiently and without any interaction. The system that we have established at our record center can delay with any usual document management difficulty that may emerge, and will assist in lessening the problem that arise with record management concern inside the company. We targeted our record center service to Google user, members, and employees. As person with skill and knowledge in the correct and professional maintenance of record, we have chosen to construct our departmental record center for our organization. Hopefully, our service will aid the user and worker of our company in correctly managing documents for future purpose. Next is logo. This is the logo of our G Record Center, and the G Record Center logo has several implications. The red roof of the G is a sign of our record keeping, from which all of our company records are entered and exited in there. Therefore, the grey bottom of the G denotes that we maintain the house functionality by assisting the record center. In other words, it serves as a metaphor for the record center's employee and the label we put in as a co-worker to keep it running well. In addition, the color red is used for our company name to signify our passion and excitement for the company. We designed this logo intended to advance our organization development of several additional fresh services for users and our members. So the motto of our G Record Center is control your records before they control you. Our company's strong record-keeping practice are emphasized in our slogan. For future use as a reference, we should maintain adequate control over our record. If not handled appropriately, it might affect the business either internally or externally. We consider the probability that if we manage the record first, all issues about the record will be dealt with and resolved. So that's how we decide on this motto as the motto for our G Record Center. The vision of our G Record Center is to provide easy access to the world record of information. We want to ease the user application of access to our record. So our vision of this record center is to provide easy access to the World Record Center of Information. We want to support our company by managing the record from our company to make it easy for them to refer it in the future. And the second vision is increasing access to information while safeguarding the privacy of the record subject. We open the record center to the use of the member of our company and our user, but we also protect the privacy of the record subject from leaking to other people so that our user information will never be let known to anyone else other than our staff. We professionally will divide the record into the most important record and other unused record to decide whether to dispose of them or to keep them for the future use. The mission of our G Record Center is to manage and preserve recorded data of a record in our company. Our work helps people understand the past, present, and future while balancing the roles, rights, and responsibility of everyone who is affected by the recorded information in our care. It is for the use of Google employees, users, researchers, and members. The second mission of our G Record Center is to organize the world's information and make it accessible and useful to everyone. Our mission is to organize the world knowledge and make it helpful to everyone. Our record center functions as a place where they manage the record from our company, whether from the past or present. We will make sure that the record is being managed properly with the right protocol of the record center. This record will then be useful to the company in many ways, and it will stabilize the company management of one information. It will also be easy for them to access the record center, the record, and use them for references. Since we will systematically arrange the record using the scale of the usefulness of the record. The objectives of our G Record Center, number 1 is to provide temporary storage for keeping the record. The G Record Center provides efficient and cost-effective temporary storage and reference service for the inactive record that the company agency hold often simply for the legal, fiscal, and administrative needs. If the Google Office is short of storage and space, G Record Center storage, however, may be just one of the several solutions to this problem. We can often save space by systematically using record retention schedule to remove absolute record. The second objective of this G Record Center is preparing the retention schedule for record. A record retention schedule outlines how long record should be kept from an operational legal standpoint, and the outdated records are disposed of in a timely, systematically manner. A properly outlined and legally compliant retention schedule can help minimize costs by reducing the volume of record, improving accessibility, and minimizing risk. And the third objective of our G Record is to ensure that every service that has been provided run efficiently. We will regularly inspect our staff to make sure that everything is under control and every record is arranged systematically. To be available to make the record center run smoothly, we must monitor and make sure everything is perfectly following the protocol and regulation of a good record center. Next is the core business. The first one is to acquire and manage all organization record. The record center retrieve and make available any kind of record of ongoing utility regardless of size or format. It is also a service given by our G Record Center to effectively regulate record administration. The second core is record keeping. Before keeping the record in our record center, we check the humidified and inspect it to classify it. This is very critical because the record must be organized depending on its value and utility. The third is execution and upkeep of control and retrieval system process. Because suitable accommodation is required, it is critical to execute and maintain control and retrieval system process for easier retrieval, use standardization, and archive procedures. Next is ensure the safety of the document. Protecting corporate record guarantees that the information contained within them is available whenever it is needed, and it is also enable faster recovery after unanticipated disruption. A few things that we will do to make sure the record is safe is that we lock everything down after the time given, install fire and security alarms, limit access to critical records, appropriately label all record files, cabinet, and regularly conduct audit. The next core is provide reference services till they are disposed of. We will provide reference service of the record to our staff and member until the record is disposed of. We will set procedure for implementation a decision on record retention, decision, or transfer. To ensure that the government record system are dependable and efficient, suspended record must be deleted, since we help in reducing the expense of maintenance and storage of the record center. The last core business is dispose of all record following the disposal schedule and plans. A set of procedure for implementation, record retention, destruction, or transfer decision to ensure that our company record system are dependable and efficient. Suspended record must be deleted. It will automatically reduce the expense of maintenance and storage, demonstrate accountability, and consistent in implementing destruction decision. We go to the next slide, which is the administrative structure. The first position in the organizational structure is record manager that have been assigned to Fatin Shahira binti Muhammad Sobri. The academic qualification to be in this position is bachelor degree or associate degree, undergraduate degree in information management and record management, and the work experiences that needed is 5 years of work experiences as a record officer at any record firm. And next is manage over 16,005 at 3 locations for large legal firm. The salary of record manager is 4,360 per month. And the job description of a record manager is record manager are engaged to maintain, protect, and safeguard a company information database. The second position of organizational structure is record supervisor, which assigned to Iman Tasnim binti Mak Lazim. The academic qualification that needed to be a record supervisor is a high school diploma or the equivalent is required. And next is specialized training beyond the high school level, and perhaising office procedure is preferred. The work experience that needed is at least 3 years of electrical and general office experience. And next one is experience with data entry is required. The salary for this position is 40,000 per month, and the job description of this position is the record supervisor is responsible for setting performance and deadline target that consistent with the company plans and vision. The next in organizational structure is administration manager, which been assigned to me, Asya Shabika binti Arifin. The academic qualification that needed for this position is bachelor degree in business administration, management or related field, and bachelor degree preferred. The work experience that needed is 1 or 2 years of administrative management experience and administrate all record management program component. The salary for this position is 3,800 until 40,000 per month. And the job description is the administration manager is in charge of coordinating an organizational administration system and general workflow. Next in organizational structure is the position of storage and processing manager, which is being assigned to Aini Sofia binti Muhammad Azhar. The academic qualifications for this position is bachelor degree in social science and bachelor degree in business. The work experiences that needed is 2-year experience maintaining and updated all file from content regularly, and the salary for this position is 3,500 per month. Storage and processing manager are responsible for managing the day-to-day operation for the record center. They also need to ensure that the promotion are done according to company standard. The last in the position of organizational structure is security manager, which be assigned to Nur Alisa Nadira binti Ahmad Rozaimi. The academic qualification that needed is bachelor in office management and technology and bachelor in criminology and criminal justice. The work experience is proven experience as a security manager or in comparable job and solid working knowledge of budgeting and statistical data analysis. The salary that be given is 3,300 per month. The security manager oversees the security activity of businesses, including the physical security and safety of people, buildings, and the assets.
Hi, my name is Fateh Chara binti Muhammad Sabri, and I will continue the presentation with collecting information about the record center. First is a record survey. To learn more about the operations of a record center, we visited the website of the company that provides this service, which is called Google Record Center. We were able to learn about the various steps involved in the process of keeping and managing the records. They additionally made us aware of the security measures that the facility has. Next is literature survey. A review of the literature to learn more about the record processing by using 3 techniques, which are collection, cardboard, and also internet system. This data collection technique works by giving visitors a piece of paper on which they must write their comments. Lastly is web browsing. The internet is a huge benefit to us. By that, we obtain a lot of knowledge from the internet. There are also various links that link to the community of record center. We discovered items connected to the record center, and we also discovered information about the record centers overseas and in Malaysia. For instance, because it is more convenient and dependable, we utilize Wikipedia to search for information relating to record centers.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Alisa Nadira binti Ahmad Rozaimi. Now I'm going to explain about the deciding on a physical site for the record. Now I'm going to talk about location. G Record Center was located in Batu Kif, Selangor. It also outfitted with a number of organized facilities and features to make it easier for our customer and client to transfer record. And the address for the G Record Center is Kampung Batu 12 Gombak, 53100 Batu Kif, Selangor. Next, I'm going to talk about building position. G Record Center was situated in a huge facility. This is because to contain more data and accommodate more users from government and private entities. Besides, there are other facilities close by. It is proximity to the city center makes transportation arrangement simple. Next, G Record Center also situated next to a number of private institutions, including the Gombak Aborigines Hospital and also the Jakwa Gombak District Office. It also situated on a higher area and has 2 floors in order to shield it from flooding and other destruction. Now I'm going to talk about transportation system. We offer 3 vans for the medium record quantity, and for medium record quantity receiver process for transportation system. For the many record, we also offer a lorry that can fit 1 to 3 vans for use. Besides, a G record center offers amenities like the largest loading bay as a stop station for huge vehicle like lorries to bring it record from outside the Gombak area. Next, I'm going to talk about communication system. A G record center are able to contact other creative organization in or near the Gombak area will be facilitated by the communication system. We also enable our staff with the resources they need to network online and establish connection with our client. For instance, they can get in touch with us right away at work by calling, emailing, or using the newest social networking sites like WhatsApp or also Telegram. Next, I'm going to explain the constructing or adapting a building for use as a record center. Okay, this is the floor plan for the ground floor. And this is a floor plan for first floor. Lastly, I'm going to talk about costing. Our employees will be charged for all service rendered. The record center that administers the generating agency record will charge a fee for certain service that we have stated at the costing table here.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Zainal Sofia binti Mazhar, and now I will present about conducting a pilot project to manage the records of selected agencies. The record center should do the pilot project, which to allowing them to test system before installing them throughout the entire organization. And also, the aim of this pilot project is to test the working of the system and to provide experience for the record center staff. The agencies involved, which is the Essence Global, where they are global data and measurement driven agency. When the pilot project already starts its progress in the first year of 2022, which is on January, and it will be expected to run in 4 to 8 months. How? We will test how the works process will run in our agency's environment and assess its suitability for the task to be performed. Next, we will talk about the strength. The first strength is more secure and has strong protection, where by storing documents in this record center, it will prevent unauthorized access to sensitive documents and files. And also, this is because of access to this record center is limited to the authorized only. And as well, the record center have disaster prevention and recovery, which will also protect the documents from any danger. The second strength is the effective retrieval of records, which they will have a quick retrieval of documents and gain the information accurately. The third strength is have better management and decision making. It is because by making the information easily accessible, it will allow them to take decision faster or make an informed decisions. Next, the weakness. Firstly, poor working environment. Poor working condition will create an atmosphere that affects employee productivity, and unproductive employees tend to be lethargic and lead to slowing organizational progress. Next, less advanced technology. For instance, the slow, outdated, or ineffective technology will have a serious impact on productivity. The last, overloaded of unimportant documents. And one of the impact is it can lead to the misplacement of essential records that are needed to help in any work done. This is the positive and negative client feedbacks. The positive feedbacks. Number 1, great service. The service that the company gave to the client is excellent in many ways, such as having a high security in keeping the records. Next, They also say that this company have the proper management and facility in a good operation and condition. Next, the negative feedbacks. Number 1, rules are too strict. For example, the times of their open up of consultation. It is because the rules have been taken away the opportunity to make a choice, and the client will have the fewer times to use their judgment. Next, poor funding, such as for consulting service, marketing and advertising costs, expansion costs, as well as for research and development. The last is the lack of record storage. This is because it has been stated that they should provide more storage area, including in terms of cost. Next, the topic is about establishing a full record service. The recommendation of solution to the weakness. Number 1, create a positive and healthy work environment. For instance, the company can provide training and resources to the employee to boost their productivity. And they also need a suitable working and recreational accommodation in accordance with the standards within the organization. Number 2, utilize the latest and innovative technology. The aim is to modernize different operations at the workplace and increase the productivity of employees. Number 3, using an efficient document management system. It is be used to sort out all the documents to meet the demands of the business and organizations. Launching program. When? It will be on 1 August 2022, where the program will be held at the big hall of the G Record Center. Who involved? The staff, agencies of Essence Global, Ministry of Communication and Multimedia, and also the popular influencers. How? We will give an approach about the importance of record center in our country. And this is the tentative of our program, which the program will be start on 8 AM, which the activities is guys to be seated, and after 30 minutes it will be the arrival and escort of special guys. After 30 minutes, it will be the gimmick of launching program by influencer, and then the briefing about ceremony. At 9:30 AM, it will be the welcome address by the Ministry of Communication and Multimedia. After 30 minutes, they will have the show of presentation. And then they will have launch of record center at 10:30 AM. They will also have the tour to around and inside the record center. At 12 PM, there will be a closed speech by the record manager and the refreshment after that, and the program will be end on 12:30 PM. Next, the promotional activities to the public about the launching program. First one is the content distribution. The content of the program will be posted on the blogs relevance, the newspaper, and also it will be a huge topic on news in television. Next, social media advertising, such as in Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. This is because social media is the great avenue to get more engagement. Also, with the advance of the internet, anyone can get all kinds of information.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Mantasnim. Today I will be presenting the caring for records in various formats. First, temperature and humidity control. A stable temperature of no more than 70 Fahrenheit is used, particularly when caring for records in various formats. Furthermore, a stable relative humidity between a minimum of 30% and a maximum of 50% may be implemented, as the lower end of this range is preferable because deteriorations occur at a slower rate. Next, lighting. The ideal materials, it can be said with only be exposed to light while in use. When not in use, they would be stored in a light-tight container or in a windowless room that would only be illuminated when materials were retrieved. Incandescent bulbs should be used for lighting. Also, light level would be lower and exposure would be limited to the shortest time possible. Due to the valuable materials and record, adequate theft protections is top priority at the record center. This security range in complexity from simple locks to intricate security systems. In addition, for the best protection, perimeter intrusion alarms and internet motion detectors will be connected directly to the outside of the 24-hour monitoring agency, and CCTVs will be installed in every corner of the interior. Access to storage areas is also strictly limited, and researchers will be accompanied by a staff member if they enter these areas. Next, fire control. The best way to deal with fire damage is to be prepared for it, which includes managing fire control over records. Emergency planning is an essential component of overall preservation planning, while fire control would be implemented by using smoke detectors capable of detecting a fire in its early stage, as well as automatic fire alarms linked to the fire station and a security office that operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And there are also several portable ABC dry chemical fire extinguishers, and staff would be trained in their use. Next, pest control. Clutter, dust and dirt would be avoided, and storage areas would be kept clean at all times. Eating and drinking are not permitted in the building's house collections, particularly in storage areas. Lastly, disaster control. Natural or man-made disasters can occur in this country, and due to the relatively low risk of fire, flood and thief, there's a predictable list of threats to records. Then, for disaster control, it includes a few elements such as risk assessment to records in order to attempt to prevent the occurrence of disaster situations in the first place. This method requires 3 phases to be completed, specifically identifying risk, analyzing risk, and treating risks. Not only does it provide benefits to the record center by designing disaster planning and recovery as one of the disaster control measures, but it also assists the record center in disaster prevention and recovery planning, which includes developing a simple written plan. As a result, as a basic principle of preventative maintenance, record center offer a great deal in providing the best protection for collections from the most common causes of loss. Determining a plan for costing services, salaries and wages, building area rental. Last one, facilities and equipment purchase and rental.
To finalize our discussion for today, I would like to conclude that we are all prepared to take on the challenge of managing our own Google Record Center. We have gained a great deal of knowledge from the international and local professional record center sectors. The knowledge of how to organize the record center and manage the record has greatly aided us in improving our skills and organization. Finally, it will boost our reputation as the top 5 record center in Malaysia, where creating agencies are constantly by looking to transfer their records. By that, I end it with Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi and have a nice day.